I'm Matthew. I'm going to talk about that module. It's probably, if you've done any language work with SilverStripe, it's probably pretty familiar to you. So I'll work through it fairly quickly. Yep, that's me. I work at Ngai Tahu Tourism as a senior developer. We have a small team, and here's how you get started with Translatable Module. You add that to your composer and you do that thing. So the next thing that you want to do, so I'm going to work through the steps in installing the module. Then we'll look at some things that trip you up and do a little demo and things like that. Set the locales that you want people to be able to choose between. I should give you a little bit of background. The Translatable Module lets you build, lets you add separate site trees for different languages. So you could have, say, an English website and a Chinese website. But more than that, it lets you create links between the pages in the different languages. I could have, say, a page that's in English and another page that's in Chinese, and have a link between those two pages, or I could have completely independent pages. So it gives you both options. So specify the locales you want, and specify the default one that you want. You don't need that anymore because you're using the Translatable Module. So you can also do this. The Translatable Module, you can create translations of pages in your tree, and you can also create completely language-dependent sets of configuration data as well. But more than that, you can translate your own data objects. And so you do it by putting YML markup in your config YML file. However, the top two there you don't actually need, because Translatable has its own YML file that includes them anyway. So you can just that's the name of your data object. Don't type that. And that's about pollution. So stop polluting. Okay, and then you do this thing, which you might have seen before. But the thing is, the first fishhook is to do all these things in the right order, which we'll come back to. So we'll do a demo. Now, what have we got?
If you select screen, you lost the connection.
Sorry? What? Did I bump it? Maybe we won't do a demo. Why? I don't understand.
Just pull the bottle up.
Okay, it was just too much change, was it? Okay. Alright. So, what do we want to do? What we'll do is we'll start with composer.json. So there's our addition to composer.json. Okay. So we'll install it. Good luck. Yep, that worked. Okay, and so now we'll go to our config.php file and we'll comment out that line, and we'll comment in these lines. And what else do I need to do? Now we'll do the dev build thing. Yeah, it did. Okay, so what you can see is so a new table's been created, site tree translation groups, site config translation groups in total. We'll have a look in, let's start by looking in the database and seeing what's changed in there, and then we'll have a look in admin and see what's changed in there. Okay, so here's our database. So site tree, take as an example. We now have a column over here called locale, and it's all set to en_nz. Now we have similar changes have happened. We won't go through all of the database tables, but similar changes have happened to site tree _live, site tree versions, site config as well. And now we'll just have a look in the admin here. So, excuse me, the first obvious change, as you can see, is a language selector. There's two languages available. We specified in advance the languages that are available for your application. If you don't specify a set of languages, then you will get a big long list of languages and it's just chaos, and that's just laziness as far as I'm concerned. So, we've got English. We can flick over to Chinese. We probably won't see anything. There's nothing there. So if we flick back to English, and we can take this page, translations, and we can generate a new translation for whatever languages we've got available, only Chinese. Okay. So, and now we've got one page in the page tree. Now, I will move on, but there's a permanent relationship maintained between those two pages. It shows up in the admin environment, but it also shows up in the HTML. There's linkages in the HTML that are useful for search engines. And we'll look just quickly in the database at how that linkage happens. What table is it? Translation groups. Yeah. So this table, basically, now when I create a page, it belongs to it, or some other data object, but in this case a page, it belongs to a translation group, and that means that, say, my homepage in English and my homepage in Chinese belong to the same translation group. And this is the table that connects them together for this particular object, site tree. And there's a separate translation groups table for each different type of object. For example, site config translation groups. Okay. Cool. So that's about it. So let's go back here and what do I do? Press this little thing. Hey, what's happening? Let's just turn this because, you know, hashtag incompetence.
If you know the slide number you want to go to, you can just type it in every center.
Can I? If only I knew the slide number I wanted to go to, that would be great, wouldn't it? It's going to be this one. Now, what do I press here? Where'd you go? How do I make it bigly?
It is? Yeah.
Oh, it is? Awesome. I'm seeing a different thing. Huh, good times. Technology is great. Okay, so the one thing that you might want to, obviously you can't read this, but there's some code here. and some seagulls. One kind of obvious thing that you want to do is create some mechanism on the front end of the website to switch between languages, and this is the code that I use for that, which I probably found on Stack Overflow or something like that, and I feel like it's pretty awful, and there's probably something better, and if somebody's got some better code than that, then I'd be interested to hear about it. But if anybody wants to have a proper look at that, let me know too. Point is, you can create, say, a select box or some other nicer tool on the front end that lets you switch between. And we've also, at Ngai Tahu, created automatic language detection based on your browser's settings to prompt you to go to the language of that your browser sort of suggests you might prefer. And so that's the .ss markup associated with that previous screen, looping through the languages, providing options for each locale, and some JavaScript makes it actually do something, which I won't bother sharing with you, unless you ask me. So I've got a little bit of troubleshooting, and I'm certainly far from an expert in Translatable, but these are a couple of issues that I've come up with. The most obvious one, I think, is all your pages have disappeared, or your locale setting is just wildly wrong. And so this is the thing that you want to do. The steps that we went through earlier were in a specific sequence, and if you don't do them in that sequence, then you do get this problem. So the thing to do is set your default locale before building, because when you build, a locale will be written to all your existing records, and it will be that one if you set it, and if you don't, I think it's US English, is that right? I think. It's not what you want anyway, because we're not in the US. So here's how to fix it. You can, obviously, put whatever locale you want, but you can update that table, update that table, update that table. I don't think you need to update site config versions, because I think it just the site config table, because I think it just duplicates everything. Here's another problem that I've encountered. You get it working on your data object, and you can, in the admin, create translations, but then they disappear into a void, and you can't switch to them, and you can't, basically you create all the translations and they're just not visible anywhere. And the reason that they're not visible is because the admin environment will look for this, and if it can't find it, it will fail silently, and you get no feedback on your failures. If you see that, it means you haven't got that. And so then you go to GitHub and you search for some code like that, and you copy it. Or you do some actual development. And because the world is a terrible place at the moment,